taking a car ride out of Vuda Marina with my friend Colin and his crew. Had to go to the main town. I believe it's called Nadi, N-A-D-I. But I'm not entirely sure about that. You know what I'm like with names. It was nice to get out of the marina, see something else. This was actually a proper city. Wow, look at this. When you spend a lot of time at sea, coming ashore and seeing a sight like this with all the fresh vegetables is almost overwhelming. As much as this curry, I sat down and had myself a wonderful curry. Fiji is half populated by Indians. There's a bit of history behind it. It makes interesting reading. Check it out. But because of that, you get wonderful curry. I was at home here. Also, I went to the supermarket and bought chicken curry. That actually didn't turn out too good, that one, but you don't know until you try it. Plus all this other stuff. We got beans of all kinds and even canned mushrooms and hot sauces. Oh, yes, take your pick. I had some of that. Fiji That's full of cans. A warm and sweaty but not shiny day today. No sunshine. It's very humid, and I'm doing some work on the boat. The boat's dirty, it's a mess. I've had a few days relaxation here in Vuda Marina in Fiji, and I'm going to get fueled up. And the fuel's right to the brim on this. Filling up everything I can, the two outboards and the main engine. That way I can have empty fuel cans ready to fill up. Got these ready to fill. Poor old Squeaky's down there, keeps banging on my next door neighbour. Low tide at the moment, so I'm not sure how I'm going to get ashore. Landing platform over there, but it's a good distance from the boat. Haven't had this bad boy out for a while, and no, it's not a US flag, it's a candy striped cover. Keeps the sun off the boat, but there's no sun today. The water I can fill up here, there's a tap right next to the boat, but these guys I'm going to have to get to the other side of the marina. Okay, it's a different perspective when you're here in the water. I can't get through that way. Let's try another way. Maybe. Only through, Shaddy. Yeah, we're through. Yeah. Another neglected boat. This is the one I really like, an Amel. Same kind of boat that Delos have. This is, I think, it's a slightly smaller version. Then it was a row across the harbour with the fuel in the dinghy. Then I had to figure out how to get it on board. All done now. If you'd have been here half an hour ago, that would have been great. No problem. Cheers, friend. And after that job, it was back to town for more supplies. Whoa. Yes. Beer, booze, food, beer. Getting on board is problematic. I'm actually charging the batteries at the moment. I had to buy an extra lead to get it all the way to the boat. Try not to bang the anchor on the wall. Stepping down is a problem. Oh, yeah. Hell of a drop getting it back on the boat. Had Rick help me. This is this stuff. Oh, it's another hot one today down in the basin where the boat is. There's no air. I've been watering up and fueling up and doing all kinds of work to get the boat ready for the next passage. But I think I'm just going to take a break. I know there's some sea air down the way, so I'll give you a little tour of the yard. There's something different about this boatyard. that I've never ever seen anywhere before. You notice anything different about these boats? Yep, they're half buried. That's what the pit looks like when it's empty, and then when it's full. This is all for hurricanes, cyclones, whatever you want to call them. In this part of the world, and in many hot countries, you're subject to certain times of the year we get hurricanes, cyclones, that sort of thing, bad weather basically. They can do a lot of damage to boats. We've all seen it on the news. Here they have a solution, or so they reckon, by burying the boat. It's kind of a novel solution to a problem that's been around an awful long time. What do you do with a boat when you're in a cyclone area? I mean, my belief is don't be in a cyclone area. People say to me, what do you do for a cyclone season? I go somewhere where it's not the cyclone season. That's the safest and best. But sometimes, for whatever reason, you can't. And they have a solution here at Vuda Marina. You bury the boat. Another neglected steel boat. This is what Shadi would look like if I didn't take care of her. Sometimes I think she's pretty rough, but not as rough as this old girl. For those of you that know your boats, you'll know this boat. It's in demand, so it makes it quite a valuable boat. And it's sitting here looking a bit sorry for itself. This is a Hans Christian. Got a British registration. It's sad really. I guess there'll be a story behind this. Looks like she's been here a while. I can't help thinking if it was ever a tsunami, would these boats actually be safe? This is interesting. Could be a Vanderstadt. It's like a big version of Shadi. She's very Shadi-ish. Well, except for I think this bit here. I think it needs a little bit of work doing. This is what happens to steel boats if you don't look after them. No propeller or shaft. And there's holes everywhere. By the keel, some big ass holes. That's probably more or less where the engine would be. Somewhere back in here. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. I think that's what they call a scrapper. Yeah. It's a nice dive deck, I wouldn't mind that. The one behind is not faring much better. I think that this is the corner of the yard where boats come to die. This is full of holes. My God. No. No way. Oh dear, 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 dear. Two scrap steel boats. Not worth $1. Years ago I did carpentry, and there's a rule, when you see rotten wood, that's only 25% of what's actually rotten. There'll be another 75% hiding, waiting for you to discover it. And that's the same for steel boats. This is only 25%. It'll be really bad, and most of that will be inside. Steel boats tend to rot from the inside out, and I know. And that's why I'm going to be buying a plastic boat next time around. Yeah, this is all new. They've made this out of nothing, basically. Done a good job. They covered over the coral and built something nice. Yeah, I think it was just rocks here. The fringing coral reef is still actually there. And I just found a nice little private beach. They're actually still making lots of this marina. They've expanded over the last few years. It's going to be very nice if you like this sort of thing. But it brings work and business to the area, and Fiji needs that. So in that way, it's good. At this point I was messing around with the drone when these guys who were helping my friend chock up his boat decided to do this. I thought they were going to run that guy into my propellers, and he thought the same of his friends doing it to him. I'm like, whoa, this is, wow. She's only about 4 tons or something, barely weighs anything. So they were trying to work out a good way to keep her from blowing away if the winds came later in the season. My friends were racing on her just a few months before this was taken and had a great time. And the last time I saw this boat, I was helping sail it up the east coast of New Zealand. Time to say goodbye to Burmese Breeze Colin and his crew. As you know, I hate this part, saying goodbye to people. I've known those guys a long, 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 long time. Sad to say goodbye. You take care. Safe journeys. I'll see you for beers another day. Yes, absolutely. It's a date. All's well on Burmese Breeze. Good people. I realise I'm running short of mineral water. The water here is actually good enough to drink. Well, to cook with, but I prefer just for drinking water. To get the mineral water, you know, you're safe with it. Paperwork's in, and going to be off hopefully tomorrow. Just wanted to show you this. One of my next door neighbours. It looks like it's been here a fair old while. Steel boat, kind of neglected. Don't know if the owner's ever coming back. Sad. On the other side is a Super Marina. This is a Super Marina 2000. Apparently it's just been sold, and the new owner's coming to it soon. There's my buddy Rick. See you in Australia!
See you in Australia, Barry!
Yeah! Make sure there's a cold one waiting for me, and a cold beer and a hot woman. Yeah, don't run over the ropes. See ya, take care, safe journey. That's just like him to sneak out. It's his round at the bar tonight. I've got to leave the country indeed. I'll get him in Australia. Doing the last of the washing, using the free water. Oh, when I was in the back here, I realised I've got to do some more work on the new fuel system, which I put in when the engine broke down the last time. Basically some new straps. I haven't got enough straps to hold it down. If I get into bad weather, I don't want this thing moving. It's only 20 odd litres, but nevertheless I don't want that flying around. So drilling holes and doing stuff. I'll be glad when the sun goes down. Well, the sun's going down. This is my last session down here, if you'd call it a session. Some more of those buried yachts. I believe this powerboat actually did the Northwest Passage at one time. Again, I've met lots of beautiful people here. So friendly. The locals are great. Really super nice people. Do anything for you. And a good yachty bunch as well. So I'm off to the bar for some medicine and a pizza if I can get one, or a burger or something. I'm definitely not cooking tonight. It's been a hot one. I shan't miss the heat in this place. That's the only bad thing about this particular marina, is there's no wind here. It's super hot.
What's that animal?
Horrible people. Yeah, just got to give a mention. I got the guys from 36 Degrees Brokers. They're down there, and I got a free chili thingy from a beer. If you want to sell it by a boat, see those guys. That's a plug. Surrounded by people who just want to Go on, what's the name of your... Have you got it there?
Coastal and Offshore Cruising International.
Okay.
Yeah. And Ocean Tactics Weather Service.
They keep reusing my photographs and getting loads of hits, so make sure you go there and check them out.
I'll give you a kiss.
Yeah, no, we're getting my exposure all wrong.
What exposure? I haven't taken my clothes off.
Ooh, no tongue. No tongue. So this was my last night in Fiji. I have to say all the troubles that I had before earlier in this trip were forgotten. This was magical. It doesn't get any better than this. A beautiful tropical evening, a beautiful little eatery and bar surrounded by beautiful friends. Next time on Adventures of an Old Sea Dog, I'm back where I belong, back at sea, on my way to an island of fire. What could possibly go wrong? Tune in and find out. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to press the notifications bell. Many thanks to you for watching, and many thanks to my wonderful patrons who keep this project afloat. Thank you so much. Don't forget real-time updates on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Until next time, take care. See you there.